Welcome to a brand new series on this YouTube channel where before every weekend we're going to be doing my predictions for that race. This weekend it is the Mexico City Grand Prix, so let's dive straight into it. So let's get into my predictions for the 2025 Mexico GP. Obviously this was made by me, obviously. Anyway, let's get into the biggest surprise of the weekend. This is a driver that's going to surprise a lot of people. The clue's in the name. And I've gone for a driver who's been a bit underwhelming in the last couple of races. Also, has not been that great the last couple of weekends. So I've gone for Gabriel Bortoleto. I feel like he's going to be a lot closer to his teammate, maybe even beating his teammate consistently throughout the weekend, and I feel like he's going to score some good points. I think that would be a good weekend if he scored some points for the Sauber team. And I feel like the Sauber, a bit like with the Bortoleto pick, I feel like the Sauber's going to be very competitive around here. This could age really badly, by the way. I'm fully willing to make this age poorly, but I feel like the Sauber's going to be very good this weekend. Moving on to the biggest letdown. This is a driver or a team that has just going to be a letdown really this weekend. And I have gone for a team this weekend, and it's a team who did pretty well last weekend, and I don't think it's going to do very well this weekend. I think they'll be quite far off the top. I've gone for Ferrari this weekend. Sorry, Ferrari fans, don't hate me, but I think Ferrari are going to be a bit far off this weekend. I can't see them getting into the top 3 again. I mean, if they finish outside the top 5, I think that's a point. I think that should be a point, in my opinion. But yeah, I think Ferrari, like I said, not going to be good this weekend. Just going to be slow. That's the main reason why I think it's going to be quite far off the pace. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Let's move on to pole position. Obviously, this is the driver who's going to start first for the Grand Prix. Now, the 4 people that I had in mind was Verstappen, Norris, Piastri or Russell. I think those 4 are going to be really good this weekend. I think the Mercedes is going to be really close to the McLaren and the Red Bull in qualifying terms. Not too sure about the race pace. But I've gone for Max Verstappen to take pole position for this Grand Prix. He's just so good in quality at the moment. He's gotten, I think, the top 2 in the last 5 races or so. He's just been really consistent in quality as of late. I don't think his race pace has necessarily been great. I think the McLarens have been a little bit faster, especially Norris. I think that he's been a little bit quicker in race pace because of the car mainly, but I think qualifying is where it matters at the moment, and that's why Verstappen, in my opinion, is going to get pole position because I think the Red Bull is really good in qualifying at this precise moment. Moving on to the podium then, top 3. In 3rd place, I think this one is the most likely one to come true. The top 2 you can debate, but I think 3rd is sort of locked in my opinion. I've gone for Oscar Piastri. He's had a bit of a bad patch as of late, crashed in Baku. Got a bit unlucky in Singapore, to be fair, when he got barged out of the way by his teammate. But last race was shocking. I mean, he was quite far off. He was very far off his teammate and just really slow. And I feel like he's going to bounce back this weekend. He's going to be a lot closer in quality terms. Race pace might be a bit far off Lando, but he's definitely going to bounce back, get a nice little cheeky podium, and hopefully build on from this. But he's still going to lose points in that championship battle, which is heating up nicely. In 2nd place for the Mexico City Grand Prix, it's either Max Verstappen or Lando Norris. I think these 2, a bit like the last race, are going to be a bit clear of the field. And I have gone in 2nd place, Max Verstappen, to finish in P2. I think he's going to be a bit off the pace compared to last weekend. He's still have a great weekend. Pole position, 2nd place, outscore your rival, main rival-ish for the championship. Happy days. Not much really to say. And that leads me on to my race winner then. And I've kind of gave this one away. I've gone for Lando Norris to win at the Mexico City Grand Prix. I did predict him last time when I did this on the stream. It aged pretty badly, so I'm hoping this weekend it ages pretty well. But yeah, I think the McLaren's will be really good this weekend, especially in the race. We didn't really get to see the race pace, but bits what we did see in clean air, it was very close between the two of them. And plus Norris was in dirty air for most of the race and was still matching, so I think the McLaren's will be better this weekend. I really do. I think they'll be the best in the race pace. Red Bull, I think, will be better in quali. It's going to be a good weekend for the battle for the championship between the top three. Moving on now to my last segment. I am planning to do more segments, maybe next week, or not next week, the next race weekend. But my 3 round of predictions, I may even add 5 to this in the future, maybe even more. I may just do 5 round of predictions, because I think 3 is a little bit too less, but that's absolutely fine. My first round of prediction is Aston Martin overtakes Racing Bulls in the Constructors. Now, I think Aston is going to be very, very good around this circuit. It's a bit more of a lower speedish track, and I think that's going to lay into their hands. They're really good at low speed tracks, where I don't think Racing Bulls is as competitive in low speed. I think they're decent in low speed, but I think Aston Martin's quicker than them at low speed tracks. I think Aston Martin will overtake Racing Bulls in the standings. My second crazy prediction is Lewis Hamilton not crazy prediction, random prediction, is Lewis Hamilton beats Leclerc in the race. I think Hamilton is really good around this circuit. He's really good around here. It wouldn't surprise me if he finishes 4th or something, but obviously for my biggest letdown, I don't want it to happen, but Hamilton meets Leclerc in the race. This one could happen 100%. This one, out of the 3, I think is more likely-ish to happen. I'm not 100% sure. My final random prediction is the top 3 will be less than 5 seconds apart. I kind of worded that a bit wrong. I do apologise. But I think it's going to be a very close race between the top 3. Now I've said that, Norris is probably going to win by about 40 seconds in the race. But I don't think he will. I think it's going to be a very close race. It's going to be a nice little fight for the win, I reckon. I think it wouldn't surprise me if Norris has to overtake Verstappen on track to win the race. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun weekend. It's going to be a really fun weekend. And that is the end of my predictions. In my opinion, I think it wouldn't surprise me if Verstappen wins again. It wouldn't surprise me if Piastri really does bounce back and gets a win. It wouldn't surprise me if Mercedes come back from nowhere to win again. And it wouldn't surprise me if Ferrari actually are good this weekend. But let me know in the comments, how do you think I did? What would you change? And if you would change anything, let me know in the comments. What are your top 3 for the Mexico City Grand Prix? But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for a new video coming soon.